I'm Jordan Estes. I go to Pacific Christian High School, and will be a junior next year. Also, I need to set up the smartphone and connect it to my project currently. So that's gonna be like 5 seconds, but once that's done, okay, cool. I'm going to swap onto my phone so I can show you guys it. Hello, hopefully the audio quality is also good over here. So this is my smartphone tilt maze. Basically, it works by detecting the gyro sensor from this phone and then moving in response to it. So you see, if I turn my phone to the right, the maze also turns to the right, and the same with the left, and down and back. And you'll see it's a lot less sensitive, but that's just because it makes it easier to control. Basically, the goal is you put balls inside or a ball inside the maze, and then control it from the start to the finish. Unfortunately, I underestimated how sensitive the phone was going to be. So it's a bit hard to do the maze, but the maze does actually respond to your phone, which I think is pretty cool. I'll just swap onto my other camera now. Okay, so in terms of modifications, the original project was very much focused on like the mechanics of turning the maze itself. And I tried to make a much more complicated maze, like with diagonal corridors and magnets, and I think I succeeded in that. In terms of challenges, I've never been good with apps or coding before. And honestly, I was not sure I was going to have this thing to show off until like 3 hours ago, because there was a ton of bugs and the servos were not playing nice. In terms of lessons learned, I think I definitely would want to plan things out more, because initially I just had like a rough idea and I was like, oh yeah, that'll definitely work. And then I realized that my stand was a lot, very much too thin, and it couldn't actually support the whole thing. And I had to get wood again and like remake the entire stand. And it was very annoying, but it turned out okay. So I'm grateful for that at least.
What would you say was like your biggest takeaway from this project in terms of what you've learned?
Well, I think I definitely learned a lot about coding and like how apps actually work. Like I've never used MIT App Inventor before, and it was enlightening. Like if I had another project like this in the future, I think I'd definitely be able to more use apps in it compared to before.
Excellent. Any questions for Jordan?
Is the sensitivity issue a problem of the phone itself, or is that a conversion factor? Like you could make it more sensitive or less sensitive if you wanted to.
I can make it more and less sensitive, but I think the issue is more like, even if you look at your hands right now and you hold it in midair, it's still shaking like slightly. And
For sure.
when you're holding onto a phone, that shakes too. And so the maze shakes with it.
Okay, so was that a lot of just trial and error to make sure that it's not super sensitive and just shaking all over the place?
Yeah, and also the servos were having issues with like knowing where like the start was, the base, and like turning to left and right. It was lots of fun.
Awesome.
Speaking of fun, what was your favorite part of the project?
Being relieved that the thing was actually working, so I could show it tonight and not be sad and just have a video of it kind of only working with one servo.